The Elephant's Frenzy. Once there was a king in a faraway country. He had a very good-natured elephant. That elephant was very obedient and polite. And he had never hurt anyone. He had not persecuted anyone. One day, the elephant attacked and killed the mahout, who had come early in the morning to feed the elephant. After that, several people who came to tame the elephant were caught by the elephant and knocked to the ground. The elephant did not allow anyone to approach him. The king was immediately informed that his elephant had been aggressive. He also said that the elephant started to kill people. Hearing this, the king was surprised. The king immediately realized that this was not an ordinary matter. The king thought that there must be some hidden reason for such an obedient elephant to be so violent. The king immediately summoned the king's advisor. He is a good and wise person. The king ordered the advisor to immediately go and find out the reason for this change in the elephant. The advisor went to the place where the elephant lived, sat at a distance, and observed the elephant. The elephant is very fierce. But the advisor learned that the elephant had no disease after checking the physical characteristics. Therefore, the advisor understood that the reason for the elephant's fierceness was something else. The elephant herdsmen were immediately called and asked if there was any information about an incident that had happened in the area these days. There was a small forest around where the elephant was tied. One day, a group of thieves held a secret meeting in the jungle near the place where this elephant was. They came to this forest at night and started constantly talking about their work. We break houses like this. Let's loot like this. We stand by the roadside and rob people of their valuables. Kill people while stealing. We thieves must be fierce. Our words must be harsh. Must be tough. People should be scared. Thus, they talked about their program. They talked about how to implement their plans. They talked about how those plans were being carried out in a brutal way. They spoke harshly. They talked about harming and killing people. After the day's talks were over, they dispersed at dawn. The next day, as usual, at midnight, this group of thieves came into the forest and started talking about how to steal, how to beat people, how to kill people, and how to steal goods. This happened continuously. The king's elephant also heard this conversation at night. The elephant, who was listening to the conversation of the thieves, began to think that these things were being taught to me. And he thought that he should act accordingly. The elephant became hardened by what he heard every day. The advisor understood the point. He immediately went and told this to the king. Your Majesty, there is no physical disease in this elephant. The elephant has become fierce after listening to the teachings of the thieves. So how do we heal the elephant? Advisor. Your Majesty, virtuous monks should be kept close to the elephant and admonish the elephant so that it can be heard. Animals should not be killed. No one should be harmed. All animals should be treated with kindness. In this way, good words should be spoken so that the elephant can hear them. For a few days, the monks began to give good advice to the elephant. Hearing this, he thought that this was his advice and decided to act accordingly. Thus, the elephant became the obedient elephant it was before. This is a good example to understand that everyone varies according to the values that they associate with.